Hello, welcome back. This is the 8th episode in our series where we are talking about how to create our ideal life, how to regain our power, and build our legacy of expansion and happiness. So in the last video, we dove into the wisdom of the Hierophant, learning how tradition and inner guidance shape our life. Today, we move to card number 6 in the tarot, or in our cycle of life, and this card is the Lovers. So this card represents more than romantic relationships. It's about alignment, it's about choice, and the harmony that we create when we integrate the different aspects of ourselves. So it's a pivotal card because it marks the moment we start making conscious choices that truly aligns with our inner truth. So it challenges us to look at our connections, at ourselves, the connection that we have with others and ourselves, and with the world, and evaluate whether they are rooted in authenticity and in love. But before we begin, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Aline. I'm a therapist and I'm the creator of The Soul Review, which is a page on Instagram where I help now over 70,000 beautiful souls heal from dysfunctional family dynamics, toxic relationships, and encounters with narcissists. So if you want to check me out or if you want more content of mine, I will leave you a direct link in the text box down the video. But if you are ready to explore the energy of the Lovers and how conscious choices shape our path, let's dive in. First, let's begin by looking at the number of this card, number 6. So in numerology, the number 6 is often associated with harmony, with balance, with responsibility, and with unconditional love. It symbolizes the need to bring unity into our lives, both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. So this number is deeply connected to the heart and embody the energy of nurturing. It also embodies the energy of creating bonds that are authentic and meaningful. So after the lessons of structure and order that we got from the energy of our dear friend the Emperor, card number 4 or step number 4 in our cycle of life, and the spiritual wisdom that we got from the Hierophant, step number 5 in our cycle of life, our 6th step represents a pivotal moment in our journey. It's the turning point where we are asked, how do we align the teachings of discipline and wisdom with the guidance of our heart? So it's about integrating the lessons of the previous steps and using them to create a balanced life, a life that honors both our individuality and the collective. When we think about the Lovers, very often we think about romantic relationships, but in fact, the message of this energy is much broader than that. The Lovers is about the union of opposites. It speaks to the balance between different forces, like, for example, the masculine and the feminine, logic and intuition, and conscious and subconscious. So in relationship, it could look like honoring both partners' individual differences while coming together in mutual understanding and respect. So it's about recognizing that the true harmony comes from accepting differences and finding a middle ground. Let's think about a partnership where one person is more practical and grounded, while the other one is more intuitive and creative. So the Lover's energy invite both to celebrate their differences rather than trying to change or suppress them. Think about a business, how it's much more valuable to have different qualities than to have everyone with the same qualities. So it's truly about learning to complement each other and create a union that honors the strengths of each individual. Additionally, the Lovers is about making choices that reflect our deeper truth, being in alignment with our higher self. So the question that we may ask is, are the choices that I make in my life aligned with my higher self, or am I influenced by social expectations, external pressures, or fears? One of the most profound aspects of the Lover's energy is the power of choice. Every day we make choices that shape our destiny. So the Lover's card asks us to look closely at the decision that we are making in all areas of our life. So who we spend time with, how we treat ourselves, how we treat others, and what beliefs or habits are we holding on to. For example, perhaps you've been offered a new job, but it's far from your passions or your values. So the Lover encourages you to make this decision from a place of alignment with your higher self, not out of fear of financial instability or social expectations, but rather to be aligned with your choice. It doesn't mean that you should not take the job, but if you do, you should be in tune with this choice. So the right decision might be uncomfortable, but it's necessary for living an authentic life. I personally changed career direction so many times, and it's because as soon as I wasn't feeling aligned with my choices, or I simply realized that the choices that I made were out of fear or out of adapting myself to what I thought I had to do, or what was expected from me, then I took the decision to shift and start anew. So it was not easy, but it was necessary for me in order to be able to grow and bring the best of me in everything that I did. So the Lovers challenge us to step out of autopilot and into conscious alignment. So this may mean to make difficult or unpopular choices. But these decisions are the stepping stone to create a life rooted in truth, in love, and in balance. So truly, at its core, the Lover's energy invites us to align with our higher self. So in order to do this, we must understand our core values and priorities, recognize what nourishes our soul and what drains it, and choose action and relationship that reflect our inner truth. So you may find yourself in a friendship or a partnership that no longer serves your emotional or spiritual growth. The Lover asks you to listen to your intuition and ask yourself, does this connection still fit me? Does it uplift me? Or does it keep me stuck in old patterns? Aligning with your higher self means that you might need to have the courage to let go of relationships that don't resonate with who you are today or who you are becoming. So when we begin to live in alignment with our true selves, our external reality shifts. The energy of the Lovers extends beyond personal relationship. It's also about how we show up in the world and how we contribute to the collective energy. So this energy asks from us, how do my choices impact the collective? Am I acting out of love, out of compassion, with integrity in my interactions with others? Think about how the energy of your decision have a ripple effect. If you choose to act from a place of love and authenticity, it will influence not only your personal life, but also the life of people around you. So the Lover's energy reminds you that you are part of something bigger, larger, and your individual choices shape the collective harmony. So this energy encourages you to look above yourself and see yourself as part of a whole. When you align with love and truth, you contribute to the overall well-being of the collective. So the Lovers ultimately teach us that true harmony comes from within. It's about integrating the union of opposites, making conscious choices, and aligning with our higher self. And when we do this, we begin to create balance and authentic relationships, not only with others, but also with ourselves. Very often on my page, I talked about intuition and how, if we want to be able to be in touch with our intuition, it starts by living an authentic life, because when we are authentic, we live in truth, and when we live in truth, we can hear our intuition. So let's see what happens when the energy of the lovers is not aligned inside of us. When this happens, we may make choices out of fear, out of obligation, or social pressures rather than love. We may lose ourselves in relationship, prioritizing the need of others above our own. Dear people pleasers, I'm talking to you. We may also struggle to balance different aspects of our lives, and then we may feel torn between our desires and our responsibility. So the energy of the lovers asks us to reflect where we might be acting out of fear rather than out of love. Are we making choices that honor our needs, or are we conforming to what we think is expected from us? Let's say that you are staying in a relationship because you feel obligated or because society expects it from you. So the lover's energy warns you that it might not be the healthiest choice, either for you and also for your partner, because you might start to feed resentment, you might become very impatient, you might even become aggressive, and when you are forcing yourself to do something on a long term that doesn't truly align with your happiness, it drains your energy. And as we saw, our energy and our behavior has a ripple effect on the collective. So it means that staying in a relationship that doesn't fulfill you has a ripple effect on the collective. So it's important to examine whether your connection is based on true love and respect, or if it's based on fear or social norms that are the driving force behind the decision that you make. The lover's energy reminds us that true harmony begins within ourselves. If we don't honor our own needs, it's very difficult to create authentic and balanced connections with others. Now, let's observe which is the sixth card in the second cycle. You know, the second cycle, the one who is starting with the Wheel of Fortune, meaning karma. So, if we look at the sixth card of the second cycle, which is card 15, 1 plus 5 is 6, or 15 minus 9 is 6, we find ourselves with the Devil card. So once we live in unalignment with the lover's energy, being with others or with ourselves, the karmic lesson is represented by the devil. When we embrace the lover's energy, we make choices that are rooted in love, integrity, and purpose. But when we reject or misuse this energy, choosing fear, ego, selfishness, or deceit, this misalignment manifests as dysfunctional relationships, unfulfilling partnerships, or a sense of inner fragmentation. And then we may attract situations or people that mirror our unresolved wounds, such as toxic dynamics, codependency, or manipulation. These experiences appear when we prioritize attachment over love, ego over truth, or desire over alignment. The devil's energy then forces us to confront these choices, presenting itself with the chains that we willingly accepted, like addictions obsessions, or attachments. Those chains that keep us bound into illusions. As we are not living in authenticity, we are into illusions. So the devil's energy, it's not a punishment, but it's a mirror, as it is showing us the consequences of ignoring the lover's call for alignment. So it forces us to face our own shadows, recognize the way we give away our power, and ultimately it forces us to reclaim our freedom. So by confronting those karmic lessons of the devil, we are giving a chance to realign with love and with truth. Remember, the choices you make today shape the life you will have tomorrow. So are you choosing love, authenticity, and alignment? Or are you allowing fear and external pressure to dictate your path? By aligning your heart with your actions and recognizing your role into the collective, you contribute to a world built on love, on compassion, and on unity. So in conclusion, the lovers teach us that life is a series of choices, and those choices shape not only your individual journey, but also the connection that we make and the energy that we bring into this world. So this card invites us to reflect on our relationships, on our habits and our decisions. Are they in alignment with our higher self? Are they rooted in love and in authenticity? So in the next video, we will move towards the Chariot, card number 7, or step number 7 in our cycle of life. And the Chariot represents determination, willpower, and the journey towards mastering our path. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when the next video will be live. And if you watch until the end, please leave a heart emoji signifying that you are choosing to live in alignment with love and authenticity. And I would also love to know where you are coming from. So I hope that you found this video insightful. Until next time, take care.